We both are. Now, Shalom, Ahab, Wa Baraka. And first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kadash. And double honors to the elder apostles, the teachers, the prophets, and the students at GMS that have been bringing out the 100% truth for the last 30 plus years. Okay, today, I was going to bring this class out last week, and I've been holding this class. And I was wondering why the Most High kept telling me, nope, don't bring it out, don't bring it out. And I know why now. He didn't want me to bring it out yet. Because earlier in the week, if you're part of the GMS camp, you know that the house got cleaned again. He's clean. Tahar's cleaning the house, and he got rid of some more people. And so this class all of a sudden made sense to me. Why I didn't bring it out yet. So let's get started. Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 12, and start at verse 1.
Book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. And it reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service.
So we're going to have to answer that question because everybody's like, well, I know the first question I'd be asking is, what does it mean, make your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable? So let's go over to the book of Luke real quick, chapter 14, and let's get verse 23. And that should start answering these questions.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. And the land back on this real fast,
Please.
because I have a precept that goes with this nicely. And this is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. Now, when you're going out on the highways and hedges teaching this gospel, right, this is looked upon by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai as a sacrifice. It's a worthy sacrifice. All right? It's likened to a burnt offering to the Heavenly Father. Right? It's a sweet savor in his nose. And it reads, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. And Egypt is spiritual for America, or Babylon the Great. It's also known as spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, pursuant to the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. Okay? America is likened to a lot of the ancient countries of old, okay, that were known for wickedness. Egypt was one of those places. Babylon was one of those places. Hence, why this place is called Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, because a lot of the customs, a lot of the religions and idol worship that took place in those places back in the day, the spirit of Babylon and spiritual Egypt is promoted here now. Okay? So anyway, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors. Salakia, this is the wrong. We want 19. In that day, there shall be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. Now, as the brother was saying, the Heavenly Father wants us to go to the highways and hedges. And with this sacrifice, or with this teaching of the gospel, is a sacrifice. And it's a worthy, righteous sacrifice in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, brother.
Give me Colossians 1 and 28. I had something I was...
Colossians 1 and 28. God. Book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 28. Whom we preach, warning every man, and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Hamashiach Yahushua.
And that is how you present yourself as a living sacrifice. Let's move on. Let's go to back over to Romans, because this class is really, it's about everybody has an office. We're all in an office. So we're all in a business working for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And within the intricate details of the makeup of a business, there are different offices, or let's just say positions. Now, some people aren't holding their position right now, and so Elder Apostle Tahar started cleaning house. We're not even in the camp, but we follow the rules of the camp sincerely. So let's keep going. Let's jump over back into Romans chapter 12 and verse 2.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
So you have to come back to the truth. That's how you renew your mind. That's how you become acceptable, by following the instructions. You don't just read the book and it tells you, oh, you can't eat pork and you can't wear plastic. So you go and put on a plastic suit and eat a bunch of pork. You're not renewing your mind. You're not being transformed. You're just going through the motions of reading, but you actually have to apply. So there's an application involved. Keep going.
Well, while I have it up, I wanted to land back on what you were saying here, because this is important. This is part of that rebirth, being born again, right? That we are compelled or called to do, right? You got to renew your mind. So if you want to pattern your mind after anything or anyone, it's Yahweh Shai. And this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 16, and it reads, for who hath known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. We got to have that same mind, that new mind, or rebirth, right, is supposed to be after the mind of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay? So we're called to be perfect as our Father in heaven is perfect, or just like the only begotten Son. Okay? Because the Father and the Son are one.
So how do you become perfect? This is the thing, like, where we're saying it and you guys are hearing it, but this is where application comes into play. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. So it's telling you clearly, hey, you've got to stop living the lifestyle and being in the mindset of this modern day world. You got to come back to the truth. This very, very basic truth is really hard for people. It's almost complex. I mean, really, it's get up. Instead of putting sugar on a glass of water, just have a glass of water. Just skip the sugar. It's that simple. You got to leave, in other words, you've got to leave certain things out of your life that you really like, that you might be addicted to, but you've got to let it go. And for all of you lazy motherfuckers out there, I don't even know what to say about you. I mean, 6 months between videos, I'm kicking myself when I don't have reception so I can listen to a class. I can't even be on the phone when I'm at work. And I work for like 10 to 14 hours a day. So to hear somebody not even be able to put up a video when they got all the time in the world, I'm like, I can't do nothing. You can ask the little guy. I can't do nothing during the day. I'll be like, well, you know, we got the day off. Well, first I got to put up a class. I got to do some study. I got to do something for the Most High to start the day. Then I get this really drunk in the spirit. I get in a good mood. I get drunk in the spirit. I'm drunk in the spirit because I feel good again. I feel like, okay, I finally did my job for today. I can go out and proceed back in this worldliness. And when I mean worldliness, is because we all have to live in this world, but we don't have to be a mental
mind.
Yeah, you don't have to be mentally subscribed to the world. I have to be in the world, so I do my class first and I go back into the world and live my life as righteous as possible in this fucked up place. Sorry, son.
It is vexing. It is vexing.
It's very troubling and disturbing. Let's go back into it. Romans
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 3. Verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh hath dealt to every man the measure of faith.
So that's a beautiful statement right there. You could be the highest elder, but it says, read it again.
Book of Romans chapter 12 verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as Yahweh hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. So
you can't decide that you're better than somebody because you have a different gift. That's all. It's that simple. You're not better just because we all have various gifts. That's what we're about to get into. Everybody has a part in this body. So you can't be better than the foot because you're the hand. You can't be better than the ear because you're the eye. So I wanted to get James chapter 4 real quick. 4 and here, hold that for a second. This thing is not working for me today. James chapter 4 and 22 through, James chapter 4 and 6. James chapter 4 and 6.
This is the book of James, chapter 4, verse 6. But he giveth more grace, wherefore he saith, Yahweh resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble.
There it is. There it is. You better not go around saying that you're better than your own brother. That is, he's going to take he's literally going to take your wisdom, your knowledge, and he's going to throw it out. And then he's going to hand it over to your brother. So humble yourself. Humble yourself in the truth. Be diligent in the truth, but humble yourself. Keep going. Back to Romans. I need to hold Romans. Yeah, Romans 12, verse 4. There it is. That's what we need to hear right now.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 4. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office.
Now, we just spoke about that. So you can't pride yourself higher than somebody else. Like I said, we're a body. The hand ain't better than the foot, and the foot ain't better than the hand. They have to work together for the body to work. Keep going, all the way through 8.
So we being many are one body in Hamashiach, every one members one of another. Verse 6, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith.
So what do I always say? To the best of your ability, according to your knowledge, applying what you learned that you know you can do. Same thing. You're going to be a prophet. You're going to be a teacher. You're going to be part of this body. You're going to do it to the best of your ability, according to your knowledge. Okay? And then when you do learn something new and you realize I can do that too, that's called application. You apply that. For as we have many members in one body, but all members have not the same office. We're not going to be doing the same thing. We don't, me and Tazma, we teach together, but we teach a little different. If I go out to Phoenix, they're going to teach different than we teach because they're a little different. They're going to know some things. I mean, we all have the same 100% truth, but when it comes to a day-to-day life, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We have our own our own way of life. I mean, we are all still in this world. We are individual, but when it comes to the truth, I might bring it out a little different, but I guarantee you at the end of the day, it's the same exact answer and formula to the problem. Where did we stop at? 8?
Verse 6 we stopped at.
Okay. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, because some people will prophesy. Let us prophesy according to the portion of the, according to the portion of faith. So you're not going to be like, I'm this great prophet and you can just do anything. No, it's saying when the Most High puts that spirit on you, and he puts that portion on you according to your faith, you're going to prophesy according to that portion of faith. So how much faith you have, that's how much you're going to prophesy. 7 and 8.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 7. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth, or exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that rules with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So right there, it's showing you different offices. It's showing you one person's going to be able to, like a motivational speaker. He's going to exhort you. The word exhort means to encourage. So if he's going to be able to encourage you, this is a great guy to be around. He's going to make you feel good. He might make you do things that you never did before. You got the prophet. Now, if he's going to prophesy, he's telling you what's getting ready to happen. You need to listen. You need to listen to the prophets when they prophesy, because they're going to save your life. And the teachers, they're going to teach you how to understand those prophecies. It's a fucking harmony. Everything works perfect together in this kingdom. Everything outside of this circle is confusion. Oh yeah, I know this and that. Let me walk away real quick though while I still got my point. It's like a hit and run. They want to hit you with some stupid ass shit and then run off like they made a statement.
God.
I'm not dealing with it anymore. Let's move around again. Let's go to verse 9.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good.
And that's pretty self-explanatory. It literally says, hate the evil, love the good. I mean, that goes back into come out of her my people, Revelation 18:4. Hate the evil. Get away from the sin and don't be a partaker of it. Hate that lifestyle. Figure out a way. You can figure out a way to hate going to church on Sunday, which I did. I hated that.
So did I.
But the point is you can also take something that you don't like and figure out a way, a mindset to make you like, this isn't so bad. I can do this, and you exhort yourself. So
Stopped at 9.
yeah, like cleave to that which is good. Love the good, hate the evil. So you gotta take this. I'm trying to make a point here, and what I'm trying to say is that when you're in this world, after you're finished studying, you've got to cleave to that which is good. And there's going to be so much temptation on you. As soon as you stop recording, you turn on the TV, and it goes right back to temptation and confusion and over-sexualization and pedophilia and all kinds of weird stuff. So you got to really learn to hate that stuff the way you hated church when you were a kid. Yeah, let's keep. I'm skipping. I know I know you gotta get your kids there, so I'm skipping over some precepts, but it's on.
Verse 10. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another.
So keep going. Keep going. One more.
Verse 11. Not slothfulness in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
One more.
Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer.
So be kind to one another with brotherly love. And how do you love your brother? Suffer not sin upon thy brother, rebuke thy neighbor. That goes back into Leviticus, right? 17 and 19 or 17 and 18. 19 and 17? let's look what this said. We got to get that. Thou shalt, this is Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Read that again.
I was just about to pull up Leviticus here.
Yeah, I forgot.
So Romans chapter 12, verse 10. Salakia. Verse 12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer.
It was verse 10. Be kindly affectionate to one another.
With brotherly love and honor, preferring one another.
So this, I'm going to read it again. This is your brotherly love right here. This is a direct breakdown according to Scripture of brotherly love. It says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. And then it's killing two birds with one stone, because it's going to tell you who your neighbor is now too. So thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor. Who is your neighbor? Your brother.
An Israelite.
Thank you.
Fellow Israelite.
Thank you.
Not a heathen.
Thank you.
Not an Edomite.
Thank you.
Not a Moabite. Not an Ishmaelite. You get the point. A fellow Israelite. Because, you know, you Christianized Israelites out there like to think yourselves as part of the world. We're all one big happy family, and we're not.
No.
Okay?
You can't kick us up and down the street for 2,000 years and then call us a happy family.
God.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
And then all nations have lined up and waited for their turn to rule over us.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're at that last person in line. There's nobody else behind him.
Yeah.
And we said a long time